What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to No Life Digital Gaming. This is where we talk about gaming, gaming news, upcoming games, everything gaming, PC gaming, Nintendo gaming, PlayStation gaming, Sony gaming. Those are two of the same things. Xbox gaming, Nintendo gaming. Did I say that one already? That's what we do. We talk about mad games. Not a very long show for you guys today. Maybe. I don't know. We say that a lot and it ends up being a 3-hour fucking show. But basically, we're going to talk about God of War. And then we got a little bit of news. Not too much news, basically, because everyone's playing God of War still. But, so we weren't here last week. Took a week off. Had a little break. But we're here this week coming at you. Remember to hit up our website at No Life Digital. Which, you know what? It should be on the screen right now. So let me put it up for you so you can take a look at our beautiful website. NoLife.digital. This is where you're going to get all of the updates, all of our articles, all of our videos, podcast form. You can see some tutorials here. Everything that we do goes up on this website. So make sure you bookmark it, check it out. Also, hit us up on Instagram at NoLifeDigital and our Twitter at NoLifeDigital and our Twitch at NoLifeDigital. So without further ado, shall we begin? What's up, dudes?
What's up, man? Doobie should have put on a white t-shirt for this. I just noticed this.
You fucked it up, dude.
Fucked it up, man.
God damn, it's a white day.
Rip.
Oh, that sounds really bad.
Oh, true.
It doesn't even help that my shirt also says black materia on a black shirt.
Yeah, we should. We need some cultural diversity on this show.
We're gonna color coordinate.
All right.
Red, white, and blue.
So what you guys been up to, man? How was your past 2 weeks?
It was all right. Like I said before the show, we switched over from doing the work that we normally do, which is like tearing down computers and testing computers and stuff like that. And we had to do warehouse work. So I've just been fucking dog ass tired every day when I get home.
Are you still doing that keto shit?
Yeah.
Keto kid? Are you still the keto kid?
Yeah. Dude, it's too easy to stay on. I think I've only broke one time, and that was about 2 weeks ago. I just told them, I was like, do you guys want to go get some Memphis Pizza Cafe? And they were like, yeah, sure. So I had like 2 slices of ultimate cheese pizza. It's got like 4 different kinds of cheese on it.
Did you get super tired afterwards?
I don't honestly. I think it was thin crust. It was thin crust anyway. So I do not think that I absorbed enough carbs for it to like really affect me that much. Because I was a little bit tired, but I think that's probably because I didn't get enough sleep the night before or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Like some people, I don't know. I feel like lately because I don't have enough. I don't eat a lot of carbs naturally. But when I do, like I eat heavy, or if I eat just one bowl of pasta, or if I eat like a cheesesteak, something with like a good amount of bread in it or pasta, dude, I get so tired. I'm just like, fuck life right now.
You get the itis.
That itis sets in quick. But I can eat like pounds of steak and fish and eggs and be like, it's just so much better when you just eat protein, dude. Carbs are so bad for you. Not worth it.
I want to try to get into eating more fish.
It's expensive. That's the only problem with fish.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of mackerel. Like I really like mackerel.
That one's not that expensive.
I've only ever had it raw. I've never had like prepared mackerel that wasn't sashimi.
Doobie wants to start getting into eating fish, but doesn't want to spend the money. So now he's just going to eat cans of tuna.
I hate tuna. I hate tuna.
Dude, my dad.
You hate tuna?
I don't like tuna. I like salmon. I like mackerel. I like yellowtail. I don't like tuna.
Bro, I love tuna.
I have a feeling you're a really picky eater, Doobie.
I am. It took me a while. I didn't eat cheese until I was 20.
What the fuck?
Like I would eat pizza, but that was the only thing with cheese on it I would eat until I turned 20. I didn't eat chicken parm because I thought it was Parmesan and not mozzarella, and I didn't realize that mozzarella was the cheese that was on pizza. Now I love chicken parm. It's one of my favorite dishes.
Why don't you just eat cheese like everybody else?
I do now.
Cheese is so good. I literally cannot.
I don't like Swiss cheese.
What?
You're
There's only-
insane.
Yeah, I don't like Swiss. It's not that great to me. I like mozzarella. I like provolone. I like
There's only
Jack.
one. Yeah, there's only like one kind of cheese I don't like, and that's cottage cheese.
Yeah, no, cottage cheese is awful.
And even that, if I have like peaches with heavy syrup mixed in with a little bit of cottage cheese, I could probably eat it. You know, I've had it before. It's all right, but
I'd rather my peaches be in like Greek yogurt.
No, I was never the biggest cheese guy until Kate because Kate eats a lot of cheese, and then she started buying like really good goat cheese, and like there's like a farmer's market that goes to her work, and they can like buy cheese from there. So sometimes she'll get some like really good aged cheese, and now I fucking can't get enough of it, dude. All types of cheese, it's so good.
Yeah, dude.
Like I'll try goat cheese. I'm not gonna guarantee I'll like it, but I'll try it before I say I hate it.
Yeah, I think American cheese kind of put me off of cheese for a while.
American cheese isn't cheese; it's a cheese product.
Yeah.
That's like saying Cheese Whiz is a cheese.
Yeah,
it's
but
not.
dude, Cheese Whiz on cheesesteaks is the greatest fucking thing ever. It's so good. You don't like Cheese Whiz on your cheese fucking steak?
Nope. Provolone
You're not allowed
or mozzarella.
You're not allowed back to Philly, dude.
Provolone.
Especially if it's a pizza steak. Like a pizza steak with mozzarella, that's delicious.
Pizza steak is not a cheesesteak. It's a pizza steak. You keep your fucking ass over in Jersey,
You
all right?
put cheese on it though.
All right. Well, anyways, are you gonna? I thought you were getting into keto, Doobie.
Not yet. I'm not really certain what I'm doing right now. Mainly with the medical stuff with my my mouth.
Now's
I'm
a good
trying to
time.
get that fixed.
Now's a good
Yeah,
time. Carbs are so bad for your teeth.
They're fucking your mouth up, so you don't want to eat anyway. So no, what I was gonna say is I hear a lot of people say shit like that, like, oh well, I got to get ready for this and I got to do that first. And honestly, like the best thing that I can tell you after being on it since November is like just do it now. Just fucking do it now, because it works. And if you stick with it, it's not like one of those things where you're gonna lose weight like super fucking quick. Like you're gonna slow down after that initial burst, but like it's steady weight coming off. So yeah, and it's easy as fuck. So just do it now.
You still get to eat good food.
Yeah, dude. Like I eat bacon and eggs and shit all the time. I eat avocados all the time.
Yeah, I can't do bacon. Kind of live in a house with a somebody who it's halal. So kind of can't really have pork in the house.
Yeah, well, you still have a bunch of steaks or hamburgers,
steak and eggs. Dude.
I already that's the thing is I already eat that stuff for dinner most nights. So
you just gotta cut the bread out. That's all.
Just bread, pasta, and refined sugar.
Yeah, I don't eat that much bread, like compared to what I used to. Like I used to make sandwiches for lunch. Now I do lettuce and I do like salad with lunch meat.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I cut out my carbs with greens. Yeah. I like when we make fajitas, instead of using the tortilla, I just use lettuce and make it like a lettuce wrap.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Which is delicious. Love me some lettuce wraps.
Yeah, but now you got to think about all the spices and vegetables actually do have carbs in them too. So
I don't use when we do fajitas, I don't use that spice. I like mine just plain steak. I am picky eater.
Yes, you are.
I don't like the fajita like mix that spices. I don't like Mexican spices.
You just don't like anything, dude.
I don't like Mexican food too.
Don't continue saying anything about Mexican.
Who doesn't like Tex-Mex?
Not a fan. I don't like beans for certain.
It's kind of sad that you can't have bacon.
Yeah,
that's the worst part. What's crazy to me, without sounding ignorant, is that
we have turkey bacon.
Is that there's a religion where you can't eat a certain fucking food. You know?
I mean, that's all religions. You can't eat shellfish in Christianity.
Very true.
You can't eat pork if you're Jewish and you follow, I mean, kosher and halal are kind of like the same thing, really.
Wait. I've never heard that before. That you can't eat shellfish.
Yeah, I mean, I think is it shellfish at all or shellfish on Fridays?
It's an Old Testament. It's an Old Testament thing.
Yeah.
So
But
it's still Jewish then.
Yeah, it's sort of Jewish thing.
It's all Jewish, my friend.
But yeah, there's a lot of food restrictions, and it's kind of crazy to me. It's kind of crazy, but whatever. I can understand why. I mean, have you ever seen a pig like live? It's like a dog. Like they're really smart. They have names and shit. You can call them by their name, and they fucking come waddling over. So if you kind of look at a pig that way, I can understand why you wouldn't want to eat it.
No, I think it's because
they're
live in
considered
your-
dirty animals.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like why dogs aren't allowed. Like you're not, if you're practicing like halal and like Islam, like you're not really supposed to let a dog into the house at all.
Yeah.
Because it's considered a filthy animal.
Yeah. But still, I mean, just on like a humanitarian side, a pig is I can see why some people wouldn't eat pigs. Because I kind of have a hard time. Like, I used to love pig ear. I don't know if you guys have ever had pig ear, like fried pig ear. Fucking so good. But now I kind of get skeeved out from it. But I'll still fucking crunch down on some goddamn bacon and pork rinds.
Got them pig's feet.
Oh, so good. I mean, a pig doesn't really need its foot. I guess it doesn't really need its ear either. I'm going to justify my pig ear eating.
And we've alienated our entire vegan audience. I'm just
That one vegan out there. I think veganism was just a fad. Veganism's a fad. Do you guys know I was a vegan for almost a year? Hardcore.
See, I could
vegan.
You look like the type.
no, I could have pegged you as what's the one that only eats fish?
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian.
Yeah, I could have said that.
Oh, I totally went pescatarian. Hi, by the way.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
not sure about
I don't
that.
mind going pescatarian. Yeah, I was 100% hardcore vegan for a whole year, and it did wonders for my skin. My skin was flawless because I had really bad back knee because I had to take steroids, and I had it all over my chest, all over my face. I went vegan for a year. It cleared up in like 4 months. I just kept doing it, and then finally one day on the beach, we're chilling, a couple friends. And that chicken sandwich was just looking so goddamn good, dude. So I went munching on
It
that.
wasn't even
fucker.
bacon. It was chicken.
It was a
I can-
fried chicken
Dude, I would-
sandwich.
That's why I could only go pescatarian. Like, dude, seafood's my weakness. If I
Yeah.
can't eat seafood, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I can understand, like, I don't know, like I can understand vegetarians, but I don't understand vegan.
Yeah, it's dude,
It
it's
just seems
hard.
too
It's
extreme for me. Even,
it's
I
really
mean,
hard.
nothing against it. Like, eat however you want to eat, whatever.
really
Be
hard.
it be it like health issues, like you or like Creparian eats that way, and he isn't like a human. You know, it's not for animals' rights or anything like that. He just does it for his health. I think he has stomach issues or something like that.
Yeah, I did.
I
I
knew-
was doing it for my health.
If I knew the cow, I might not eat the cow. But I don't know the cow, so give me the steak and burgers.
Yo,
I just don't care. So
it was also like that was right around the time that like animal food documentary came out, and it was pretty popular. And then I was just like, you know what, I could probably do this, and maybe like it wasn't an initial reason why I got into veganism, but it definitely helped me kind of justify it a little bit more to myself. And then once I saw my skin clear up, I was like, this is awesome. This is the best way to do it. And then 7 months goes by, and I'm getting like gaunt. Like I looked gaunt, and like my face started to sink in a little bit. I started getting like rings around my eye. I was
and then
weak.
people thought you were just on drugs.
Yeah. Well, I was on drugs. I was
Oh.
on drugs as well. Well, actually, no, that
Okay, well-
that didn't start until a little bit later.
Okay, I
Right.
was about to say it sounds like a combination of the two things. I don't know if I blame veganism.
No, but I was getting weak too. Like if you see me now, like I'm a huskier kind of guy normally. So just seeing myself like 30, 40 pounds under my normal weight was kind of just like, holy shit, I need to eat some fucking protein.
Dude, join the Thick Boys Club.
Thick boys for life, dude.
Dude, I'm just gonna get a shirt that says Thick Boys Club.
I'm trying to be in the Thick Boys Club for
Thick
about
with
another year, and that's it.
Got that thick with two
I'm trying to exit the Thick Boys Club.
I was also doing this around the time like I was in high school. So this was like when fucking like that scene look was really in, and like being a skinny ass dude was kind of like the style, super skinny pants. You know what I mean? Nike dunks,
That's
shit
I mean
like that.
I mean that's still kind of the style, but
No, I think now it's more. I think for men at least, they like a more built type, kind of huskier
lean.
man.
I think like lean muscle.
Yeah, a little
Like
lean muscle
still
going.
muscular, but not like fucking jack. I never want to be like that. Like
No.
bodybuilder, fucking jacked. Like I can't fucking scratch my own back kind of thing.
Yeah, I just want to be a normal, just like I just want to be strong physically, but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be too skinny or too heavy at the same time. Because when you like getting that big too, it takes a lot to keep up with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a lot of work to keep that type of weight. And then even on the other hand, you know, staying skinny for someone who's not normally skinny, it's not, you look disproportionate to your body.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'd much rather be shredded than jacked.
I think like the Conor McGregor body type is like the ideal body type if you're a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
Does that come with throwing a barricade or whatever it was into a bus
It does if you're on massive amounts of steroids.
and then going to prison?
Yeah, only if you're on massive amounts of steroids. Dude, I still think that was all staged. I don't think he's going to jail, dude.
Dude, man,
For what, publicity?
it's all fake. It's like wrestling. It's fake.
Yeah. Did that happen when we were gone? I think it did.
It
right?
happened a while ago, actually.
Yeah,
I think it was like at least 3 weeks ago.
that was a while ago.
I honestly don't really care about MMA, so I don't really keep up with it.
What?
Yeah,
I love that fucking sport so much. But yeah, he fucking
it's less artful than boxing to me. Like, I like boxing. I think that's an art form. You know what I mean? Like watching two good boxers, it's very strategic.
Well, you just don't know. You don't understand, because I know why people say that. It's just you don't understand the different, like Muay Thai. It looks like you're just grappling with someone and just like.
Yeah, no, I understand the differences between the styles like Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and like
Yeah.
Aikido and shit like that. But yeah.
Yeah, I think American.
I think most of the styles now in actual MMA are just like Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, and wrestling. Like,
yeah, those are the most effective right now. They're
yeah,
the most effective. But that was like, because at first jiu-jitsu, when Hoist Gracie was on the scene, jiu-jitsu was it. Everyone had to know jiu-jitsu. But now American wrestling is really starting to take over. Like Khabib Nurmagomedov, he just gets on top of you and just pummels you to death. And that seems to be an effective way for guys who are heavier and aren't as flexible. So now you're seeing a lot more American wrestling take in. And I think kickboxing in the women's is where it's at. You know, Holly Holm, who's like a world-class kickboxer, it's just an awesome fighting style. If you're a chick and you can't really pummel someone, but you're also not necessarily like super flexible. So kickboxing's a good technique to go. I don't know. I get super nerdy with MMA. I've just been following it for so long. But I think McGregor, I don't know if they're paying him to do, I don't know if they paid him to do that. I won't go that far into conspiracy land. But I think he went there knowing what he was going to do. And he also knew there would be absolutely no repercussions for what he's doing in the UFC. He can pay a fucking couple fines to the NYPD. He can pay, those guys off that he accidentally hurt. He probably didn't expect to do that. But, it's chump change for him, where the real punishment is if the UFC suspends him or not. And they're not going to fucking suspend him. You know what I'm saying? Which sucks, because it gives the other fighters more of a reason to distrust the UFC.
It gives them a reason to throw fucking shit too.
Yeah.
And have a little baby tantrum.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm surprised we don't see a lot more of that. A lot now of what these fighters are trying to like complain about is like just money issues. The UFC's not paying them right or some shit. But you're not seeing a lot of like what Conor did.
WWE wannabe.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it because it's fun to watch. I'm all for that shit.
I'm just saying, where's the capoeira?
Smashing a dolly through a fucking bus, to me, is
Like
worth a
that
pay-per-view.
Yeah, that just seems like, you watch too much WWE growing up and think it's real. like,
It's real to me, man. It's real to me.
Dude. Those guys are called marks. That's how much I know about wrestling terms.
Those are the marks.
Yep, a mark is somebody. It's a derogatory term for somebody who believes it's real.
You mark ass bitch. Is that where that came from? All right, let's go. Let's talk about some games here. All right, let's talk about Halo Online first because you put this in here.
Oh,
Doobie.
okay. I can actually talk about something before I disappear for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving it.
You played it too, Jerry?
So
I haven't played it. I just watched it because like I don't know. Like I liked my Halo, but like I don't know, dude. I watched a lot of streamers play it the first day before it got hit down, and then like only the tryhards are still doing it. But like it didn't seem fun. And that's just to me because everyone approached it like it was Halo. AKA everyone brought out their 360 controllers. And I'm like, that's dope. Sounds like a shitty fucking computer shooter. Like just because it's like I don't want to run around with a mouse and keyboard against a bunch of controller players.
Wow.
Like that doesn't sound like fun to me.
That'd be so fun, though.
Dude, I'm not into the Smurf core super hard.
I played both with the keyboard and mouse, and then I wanted just seeing if it would work with controller. I actually emulated a 360 controller with my Wii U Pro controller, and I mean, it's if you liked Halo 3's online, then it's just another continuation of that.
Yeah, no, they did a really good job with it.
Yeah, they did a really good job. Of course, it's getting hit with that cease and desist, but we'll talk about that later. If you liked Halo 3 multiplayer, it's free. Get it now while you can before it gets taken down. And
don't stream it.
Yeah, don't. It proved the one thing to me that I already knew. I want Halo on PC, like officially. I've been wanting that for a while, and this just kind of like proved to me, yeah, no, I really want this still.
Yeah, no, like if they brought back the one PC game they did make, I'd be on board with that.
Halo 1
I would play Halo 1 PC
again.
Yeah, no, like if they made a newer version of it or whatever, because like the first one for PC was awesome because it was like 1.5. It had the best maps from one, a bunch of really good custom maps that were just made for it. But
it had a flamethrower.
Yeah, it was Halo 1 plus a flamethrower plus
the fuel rod cannon.
Vehicles. And it had all the vehicles from like Halo 2. Like you could still use a Banshee in Halo 1. Hell yeah.
I just miss running around, and everybody else has got all these cool weapons, and I'm a tryhard, so I'm using my pistol.
Yo, except the pistol was really good in Halo 1.
Yeah, it was.
Well, like they're
way broken.
It was the best weapon.
The other with it.
That kind of leads to why I want them to bring that back. Is that's the biggest thing I've seen missing from El Dorito is matchmaking.
Matchmaking it's
so skill gap is horrific.
The multi-flag, if you play a multi-flag game and neither side either is good or cares, there's no time limit.
Yeah.
I got stuck in an hour-and-a-half match. I was having we were using voice chat and the people were pretty chill, so I mean I didn't mind because we were kind of just shooting the shit with them.
Shit. After the first 35 minutes and nobody was winning, I would it doesn't matter how chill they were.
I wanted to keep playing with that group, so I wanted to get through I wound up just actively killing my own team to try to help them win so we could get this over with.
Well, I mean it's also still Halo 2, which is one of the problems where you can chat with anyone. So tactics, no, don't exist. Just throw them out the door.
It's all team chat. Like not team chat. It's all
all chat,
group chat.
Yeah, it's all just all chat.
Localize it unless you're using unless you're typing. Because you can type the team, but you can't talk the team.
Yeah.
Well, you could use Discord though, right?
Yeah, a lot of people were spamming their Discords too, which was kind of annoying. Because I'm not trying to join another 25 servers.
Yeah, the first one on PC was awesome. I remember playing that a lot. But I feel like I haven't played Halo in fucking years. I feel like it's been so long.
It's because Halo hasn't been good in years.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame because it was such a great multiplayer game.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where like, if this could be picked up and they give it another year to actually have features that should be in all PC games, it could be great. But right now, it's just
how's it run?
If you have a keyboard,
It runs fine. Like it runs totally. I mean, I'm running, you know, a 1080 and everything. But
what are you running it at?
1080p
or 4K?
It's 1080p, I believe, and you can't unlock like the frame rate, so the frame rate's locked.
At 30?
60, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
No. But if you got a 1080, you want to run shooters at like fucking
144, 4K,
Yeah.
144.
I'm sure, honestly, you probably can, because I don't think you have anything more than a 1080 monitor.
I guarantee you can probably run this game on a potato.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a pretty hard game to run.
No.
I might check it out.
It's fun, you know, you want to shoot the shit for a couple hours. For me, it had the one more mentality where I'm playing and next thing I know it's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's Halo. Just expect a lot of people to have controllers, and if you're into that, you're into that, and if you're not into that, yeah.
If you're not into that, prepare to teabag every single person in the match because they all have controllers.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I have no interest in playing.
I will say, like, it's weird because it's also still mostly group based. So like, most of the disparage, like if you're just joining random groups, the skill level and it's huge. But like, there's also like, even when it was being streamed, like you would go to one stream and you know it's like it's Shroud basically, or like everyone who's like, yeah, they're CS pros and they're just having the time of their life. And then you go to every other stream and it's like, I'm turning like this. Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm turning. Like, yeah.
Yeah, basically you would have to get in the game and like immediately call out over voice chat. It's like, okay, now everybody turn around, make one full circle, and you just gotta look and see who's using the controllers.
It's dude, it's that old World of Warcraft keyboard turner check. It's that.
Yeah, I might check it out. It looks it. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out just because I haven't played Halo in a long time, and I don't know if it's still a game that I want to play. I feel like I don't know. Moving on.
Free. It ain't gonna hurt you.
Moving on. Now the game.
Expect a lot of snipers only or no snipers or get banned, kid.
That's great. I do like snipers only.
360 no scope.
All right, let's talk about God of War. The game of the year by Jerry. Jerry hasn't played it yet. No spoilers.
No, but yeah, no spoilers, but I will say like the amount I've seen people going crazy over this, I think this could be the tipping point of me buying a PS4 Pro.
Dude, it's so fucking good.
Yeah, well no, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, this is I've like that's been my question to everyone is like, is this The Witcher 3 good?
Yeah.
And it's almost always come back yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so you add that, you add every other like exclusive they finally have. And then also the draft happened this weekend and I'm really stoked on the Lions, so I need that Madden 19 roster. So, all right, I'll buy a PS4.
All I'm saying is I don't like a lot of reviewers did like hype it up. And I don't think it's the second coming of Jesus. But if it's a really good game, it's a really good game.
Yeah, all right, the question that we have to ask, is it as good or better than Witcher 3? In my opinion, it's not even close. Witcher 3 is way better.
Yeah, Witcher 3 is still, you know, probably my favorite.
Witcher 3 is so good.
I don't see how we always talk about this fucking game. But yeah, Witcher 3 is probably still my favorite single player experience. That being said, God of War 4 is probably my second favorite so far.
It's good.
I've just been tired to play much of it. But what I have played of it, it's really fucking good. You feel like a fucking badass. The combat's really good. The combat is like old God of War, except you have the actual fixed camera angle now, and it doesn't feel like as button mashy. It feels like more like
It's
Bayonetta.
more combo. It's more combo and punish. Like it, like kind of like how people say Dark Souls. And I hate. Oh, it's the Dark Souls. It does draw inspiration from Dark Souls in the combat, where you are stringing combos and you are like analyzing your opponent's moves and punishing.
One of the coolest things that you can do is string like a super long combo, have Atreus fucking sling arrows at him while you're juggling him up in the air, and then come hulking down with like a fucking Hulk smash on him. And it just every match or every fight, and there's a lot of fighting. Like this is like fighting as soon as you step in the game till you're done.
And Atreus' AI doesn't suck.
No.
Yeah, no,
it's really good.
Yeah.
That's what I was afraid of when I was like, okay, they're trying to get this kid in there and everything, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. And then when I started upgrading that kid's tree, I'm like,
good.
Oh, God, this motherfucker goes ham.
It's like another weapon.
Yeah,
you use into your combos. It's really well done.
Yeah. If you're good using him, he's really effective too. You know, especially when he takes away some of the attention off of you, so you can focus on one guy.
Even if you never hit square and you just upgrade that kid's tree and you never hit square, he'll still be useful as fuck. He'll do his own thing. Like you'll fucking just hit somebody and he'll be close and he'll be like, okay, well, I'm gonna jump on his head and start stabbing him in the head, and you can just go to town on him. I'm like, oh shit, okay, yeah, I guess. And then I kick him away, and then he does like a little jump off and does like a little combo on him because I put him in a vulnerable state. It's crazy how good that AI is, considering that every other game like that, your side character has always been useless.
But not even just his AI. It's like the enemy AI is great as well. You know, like they'll fucking mob you they'll mob you, and you need to be wary of that and how to approach certain fights. And it's just they did combat because this is a combat game, so they better get the combat right, and they really, really did. I wish that there was more weapon variety, just for my own personal wants, which is what I really liked about Witcher 3. Fucking is how
I will say
every weapon had its own moveset.
A little bit further than you are in the game. You do have access to more than just the axe.
Okay.
You just got to get to the part in the story where that happens.
I was gonna say good because that's actually been.
And then you can start stringing like your fists with the axe with your other weapon.
Yeah, that's
Atreus and his runic, and you have runics, and you just have all these attack options.
Yeah, that's what Doobie was saying earlier before we started the podcast, and I caught what he was talking about because in old God of Wars you could do that too. They were mapped to the different D-pads, and then you could switch out mid combo and to continue your combo strings. So yeah, that's what Doobie was saying earlier. So yeah, you do have multiple weapons
and different enemies. Like there are certain weapons you just aren't effective at all. So
and that's what I noticed in some fights. They want you to because I only have the axe right now, so they want you to just use your shield to punch
why you get the other weapon is because the frost axe can't be used against these enemies. You need something better.
Yeah, like ice draugrs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You try to use the frost axe on them. Yeah, and it does no damage. Yeah, but you know what enemies I absolutely hate besides elves? I hate those fucking elves.
Yeah, they're not that bad.
I hate that what is it, like the swamp witch or whatever that'll vanish, and you chase that bitch for so long. Oh,
there's a certain weapon type of Atreus that I don't know how far you are, but when you get them, they make them so much easier.
Oh my god, I hate those fucking things.
Yeah,
Atreus is the key to fighting those.
But all right, so Doobie is further than me, and in the Discord, when he first started playing and I first started playing, he voiced a concern, and I also had the same concern that it didn't feel like I had a lot of boss god fights.
See, I did a lot of side quests, so I don't and that's the thing with the side quests is you're not going to get boss fights. You might get the larger fights against bigger enemies, but they're not considered bosses. They're not gods, but they are different enemy types you do fight. As far as memorable God of War boss fights. So far, I've had about three. No, I think four. I'm at four now, and like they're the one I remember the most.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good number.
It's one of my most favorite boss fights in recent memory, and it's a quintessential God of War boss fight.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's really good.
Because how far do you think you are from finishing it? You think you're more than halfway?
I think I'm getting near the end game.
Okay.
They said that this game was actually going to be like a 30-hour game, 30-hour, 40-hour game.
I don't know if I was including side quests, because there are a lot of side quests and a lot of revisiting, and I know I'm going to beat the game and still have stuff to revisit in post-game stuff. Because there are optional fights you can do, which are really hard.
Well, let's talk about
because I was gonna say that's the mainstay of like that kind of open world, RPG kind of fighter is like, I mean, like, yeah, dude, like Fallout, Skyrim, The Witcher, like they're all technically like 12-hour games,
right?
You know what I mean? But
except The Witcher.
Yeah, I guess The Witcher's probably more like 20 if you just went straight main story, is what I mean.
I think
like,
if you
no one plays it like that. No one fucking plays it like that. Like all of these games are like, no, dude.
Unless you speedrun it.
Exactly. Like all of these games are like, no, dude. People do all the side quests and are like, holy shit, it took me like, I mean, dude, I'm on this current playthrough of The Witcher. I'm on like hour 80. And I'm still not even through the original game, let alone the expansions.
Yeah.
Because of side quests, because that's how you play these types of games.
Then you also got to get that dilemma in The Witcher when you finally get to that point that you can do the DLC. You're like, okay, do I want to play the DLC, both the DLCs, and be overpowered as fuck for the end of the main game, or do I want to beat the main game and be overpowered as fuck for the DLCs? But
that's the thing with God of War is if you do the side quests, you'll probably be a little bit OP against like the story enemies. But if you want to continue doing all the other side quests and the optional fights, you really need to get OP, because even with all the side quests I've done, I'm still getting wrecked by certain
Are you playing on hard?
Bosses. I'm playing on hard.
Yeah, it's a lot more difficult on hard.
I wanted to.
Yeah, I started off on normal and I was like, let me check it out on hard, and I like it. There's a lot more of a challenge, but it is pretty fucking difficult.
That's the thing. That's the thing for me, because I've beat every God of War game on all of its difficulties. So I'm just playing through on normal right now, but I'm going to play through on every difficulty.
Yeah, from normal to the next difficulty level, it's a substantial increase in difficulty, and I haven't even tried the last one. But my favorite thing about this game so far is that it's one camera. There's no jumping, there's no cuts. You're literally locked on to that camera the whole fucking way, dude. And it adds just such a great perspective to the game. It really does. The fact that there's never a cut from you, really. It's so good. I want more games to do that. I love it.
It makes everything more visceral, and I hear a lot of people
it's a lot like Last of Us in that sense.
That's what a lot of people are comparing it to, but I think that it draws which Last of Us drew inspiration from this too, but I think it actually draws the most inspiration from Resident Evil 4, because it has that over the shoulder, but it also has that mechanic where you hit down on the D-pad and you turn around instantly.
Yeah.
That's where I get the most from it. I'm like, oh, this is Resident Evil 4 right here.
And
it
Resident
takes a
Evil
lot of
4
inspiration.
is like one of the if not the best Resident Evil game, at least the top like 3 best Resident Evil games.
Yeah. I don't know. This latest Resident Evil that came out is so fucking good. Anyways, so you pulled up an article by Nintendo says Metroid inspired the new God of War on PlayStation 4. I personally see, maybe because I'm just a really big Dark Souls fan, I personally see a lot of similarities with Dark Souls. It's from the combat to the roll mechanic to the way that the maps are, how it's open world, but there's like tracks that you go down, and they open up different lanes to different other tracks, and it's just like this kind of labyrinth of a world. It's not like open world how Witcher is. You know,
I
where
think
you
it,
can
I mean
just
I
travel
think it's
anywhere.
inspired by both. Like I totally see both inspirations in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely Metroid with the way that like
Metroidvania games, like you can't go this way, but when you come back, when you acquire a power later, you come back to that and you can go further. It's kind
and
of
the
like
story, the story funnels you to revisit these areas because you have to. But now you have new items that unlock some treasure you couldn't get to earlier, or you have to for story reasons, or hey, there's an optional boss here that you couldn't access before, but now that you have this set item, you can get in.
Yeah, it's man, it's such a great game. So, and I'm not even that far, dude. I might be 8 hours into it. And I'm having a lot of fun.
I was gonna say another.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say another thing I really liked about it was like Kratos is a lot deeper this time. Like in all the other God of War games, Kratos is just this fucking dude. He's like, I'm gonna kill everybody, and that's just how it is. You know what I mean? But now he's looking after a kid. He's looking after his son
who has like anger issues.
Yeah, his son has anger issues, and Kratos is like you see him struggling to be a father. Like he doesn't know how to be a father or how to show his son attention or love or care for his kid.
The character development, because I'm being a little bit further than you guys. Character development is there, like you see them develop, and without, I don't know if it's spoilers, but I'm not gonna really go into it. But it's not like God of War 3 is totally ignored. They delve in a lot of it is Kratos.
Yeah. Which is
he's
good.
Still dealing with what he did.
Yeah. And that's
that's
why the game just overall, like from putting this sort of labyrinthian world and then that locked on over shoulder camera with Atreus and then this new story, it just makes a really awesome experience. The only thing about this game, and I won't say it's a problem, but it could be an issue for some people. It could be a pro for some people. It's like, I don't want to play this game if I'm only going to play for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Like I have to, this is the reason why I haven't played much of it. I have to set down like an entire night to get through like a really good level because you just get so lost into it. And there's a lot of cutscenes in between shit. You don't want to miss anything. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's that kind of game where you have to sit down for an hour or two and play through a level or something. You don't want to just hop in and out. At least for me.
The average playtime I've had is like 4 to 5 hours a session on average.
Yeah, exactly.
I will also say this. It does the Norse mythology justice. There is so much extra dialogue and extra stories, cool lore to find, and all of it really is rooted deeply in Norse mythology. Like they didn't fuck it up. There's a lot of really cool stories that, most people with Norse mythology now kind of just know, oh, Thor, Marvel Universe, Odin. But no, they go into like some really interesting folklore.
So this is a clip here of the game director, Corey Balrog, crying when he opens up all the reviews for his game because he's been getting like 10 out of 10s everywhere and just super high reviews. But I want to ask you guys, is it a 10 out of 10 for you?
Well, I mean,
from where you're at right now, I know it's kind of hard to judge.
Yeah, exactly. Like after I beat the game, it'd probably be better to say it was a 10 out of 10 or not. But so far right now, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. I really enjoy it. I like you said, I haven't put more time into it because I know when I do, I want to sit down and play it for probably a good, 3 to 6 hours and just, veg out and play it. But
based on just gameplay, for me, there's no way I can give it less than a 9 out of 10. The only way it can't be a 10 out of 10 is if I get to the ending and the ending is just a bunch of bullshit, which I don't think it is going to be.
Yeah. So are you leaning more towards a 10 out of 10 so far, Doobie?
Yeah, it's like definitely sitting in that like 9.
Perfect masterpiece, perfect masterpiece game.
This is the best God of War game and the best single player non JRPG that I've played in a very long time.
Yeah. You should play The Witcher 3.
I very much should, because now I have something that's definitely going to have to compare to it.
Yeah.
It does, from what I've heard.
Doobie, you say that you should every
I
fucking
was
time
just
we
saying-
tell you to
yeah.
play Witcher 3.
I want to hear you guys' opinions on this once you beat it, because yeah, I'm still really fucking salty at Far Cry.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't beat it, so you're saying like story-wise you're salty?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I
Now I'm
yeah.
interested in trying to get there.
I'll
And
just say, dude, the ending sucks.
I don't expect
and-
anything less.
I was about to say, and what I have to say is it's Far Cry. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, it's an Ubisoft sandbox game. What you expected?
Well, if you do get a PS4, Jerry, this is definitely a good game you're definitely going to be super happy with this one. You have Uncharted, which is also, I think, a 10 out of 10 in my opinion.
Well, I mean, and then there's
Uncharted?
Horizon.
You don't like Uncharted 4?
I know.
No, they're
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
What did I call it?
you have old Charter 4.
Oh, no, I said Uncharted. I was like,
Yeah.
what are you guys talking about?
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
God, dude.
Well, you get that?
Yeah, Horizon
And
Zero
then Horizon
Dawn,
Zero Dawn.
Yeah,
And you're set.
Zero
And then
Dawn.
Madden.
Madden. Like, no, it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, it's not even that they have like a bunch of like 8 out of 10 exclusives. They have like at least 3 that are like, yeah, this is game of the year material.
Yeah.
Persona 5.
Persona 5, yeah. I highly recommend that. Even if you're not into those type of games, it's awesome. All right. Yeah, God of War is awesome. I can't wait to play more of it. They did a good
And
job on it.
Dude, I need that Madden 19 roster.
It's coming, dude. It's coming. All right. Moving on to gaming news. Is there anything else we wanted to say about God of War? I don't think there is. I think we pretty much touched
It's
on everything.
early contender for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Like what else came out this year that's better than that game so far?
I don't know.
Radical Heights.
Cliffy B.
I had to think for a second what the fuck that game was.
Yeah, I didn't even know what the
Yeah.
fuck it was.
And then you said Cliffy B, and I remembered. All right. Oh, this is kind of non-gaming news, but I do want to talk about it. But Bill Cosby has been found guilty of being a fucking rapey ass dude, man.
He's not going to spend a single day in prison.
You don't think so?
No. He'll get out. He will use his fame to, and they're going to appeal it to all hell. He's just going to wind up dying before prison even happens.
I don't even think the victims really care for him to go to prison. He is so old. He probably doesn't have much time
Yeah,
left anyway.
they just want people to know what he did.
Yeah.
They just want, validation.
They wanted that guilty verdict, and they're happy with that. So whatever they want, I don't know. Whatever whatever the victims.
It doesn't help that the defense's whole argument just wasn't going to work. Trying to character assassinate her and saying, she's just a money grubbing. Then why is this even at trial right now? She got the $3 million before. Why is this even still a thing then? If all she was after was money, she got the money. And this whole Me Too movement right now, you can't use that defense. His defense team was bad.
Yeah, they were. And honestly, being in Philadelphia, there's been a lot of people who have sided on his sides, really trying to justify their love for his show rather than, well, I guess justifying their love for him during that time rather than understanding it was a crazy time back then. There was a lot of drugs involved, and he was one of the biggest stars to ever grace this earth.
He was America's dad at one point.
That's kind of like when you talk to Kanye West fans and you're like, yeah, I like Kanye West music, but I don't like Kanye West as a person, and they don't understand the difference. When even Kanye West came out with a whole album, My Dark Twisted Fantasy, about how he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Scoopity doopity whoop.
Which was his best album, dude. It was his best album by far.
It was.
I don't even know what's going on right now with Kanye and the Trump.
Dude, he's just got dragon energy, all right? Leave him alone. Let Kanye be Kanye. But yeah, so Bill Cosby's guilty.
What? Can you just say that again?
He's got
Dragon
he's got
energy?
Is that
dragon
like
energy,
tiger
baby.
blood?
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's normal blood, then there's tiger blood, then there's Dragon Blood, then there's Dragon Energy. So he's at the fucking top tier that only people of Kanye's stature can reach.
I'll have to consult the star charts for that or something.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just mad that
Exactly.
his $60 t-shirts aren't selling like you thought they would.
You could get up to at least Dragon Blood if you wear his Yeezys and his shirts at the same time. All right. Finland sees esports as a traditional sport. See, what I want to ask is, what does that even mean? Do they get something for that? Is there a reason?
It means they play it along with hockey.
So they're gonna put it on TV, I guess. Is that what they're trying to hint at?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's more of like a title thing. Like they get a title.
But I don't understand why it's a government's position to say something's a sport. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I find that really weird. Like we know it's a sport. People who
if
play
they
it
officially recognize it as a sport. I mean, you always see the Twitter when like ESPN puts up like the Madden challenge and all the comments are just this isn't sports.
Yeah. I would imagine that's like the only thing they get out of it. They can be like, aha, in Finland it is, bitch. Other than that, I don't see much out of this.
Yeah.
No, I do. I also love the fact that they just like have a random Twitch clip from Anders.
Yeah, it's just some random clip.
No, it's just like a random clip of like, hey, this one Counter-Strike player, Sonny's really good. I think Finland's the next talent pool. And okay, I love Anders. He is a fantastic Counter-Strike caster. He is dog shit at predicting talent.
Ooh.
Finland trying to like become an exporter of esport talent.
Yeah, like there's been multiple times where like he'll just like call out a player, say like, dude, that guy's gonna be the best player in the world in 2 years, and then like 3 years later, like the kid's still just, I mean, he's not bad, but he's just like on a tier 5 team, just chugging along.
He's got to,
you know what I mean?
Keep those bets to himself then.
Yeah, exactly.
Not very good at it.
Yeah,
right.
no, I'm trying to scan through this article real quick, and
it doesn't mean much. It doesn't really mean much.
Okay. Here we go. If classified as sports, governments have processes in place to help players traveling to their country for events obtain visas. Help teams obtain government funding if they are based in that country, and tax benefits for.
That's right. No, that's right. That's actually a huge thing is visas.
Yeah. So visas, tax benefits, and government funding.
So
I didn't think about that. Yeah, visa is like the hardest part of esports is getting visas in countries.
Yeah, because it's technically not really work, and you're staying there for pretty long.
Right, and then it's whether that country thinks it's work or not, and like getting it as like because there's a lot of visas. The visa shit's where that's important. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, if they want to build like a stadium just for esports, they can do so and get some tax breaks on it.
State, kind of like federal funding.
Yeah. All right, Doobie, your fucking Dragon Ball Z Fighter news here. Blue Vegeta.
Vegeta Blue. The trailer got like completely leaked.
What's the difference?
So Vegito is the fused form of Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah.
It's only been used in the anime twice, which was in Dragon Ball Z against Super Buu, and in Super against Fusamasu, who's the other character of this DLC pack. So this is the kind of like the fused characters that they're doing, but it is also coming with a balance patch.
Why does it matter that he's blue?
The Super Saiyan blue thing.
Yeah, like that's the next level of Super Saiyan past yellow.
That's right. They weren't colors.
Yeah. So black hair, you're just a basic bitch. Yellow hair, you're getting there. Blue hair, that's it.
Yeah, it's better than saying Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, which is the official title. I know. I fucking know.
All right.
Anyway,
do you remember back in the day? Do you remember back in the day when you would be talking anime with people and like you'd be like, yeah, Goku went Super Saiyan 2, and they're like, no, Super Saiyan Gen 2, and you're like, okay. SSJ.
I don't remember those conversations actually.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna put my star charts that I got out for Kanye back out for this.
Anyway, I'm more intrigued by the characters in the functions that they form, like that they fulfill. So Master Fused has flight, so he pretty much fills in the Magneto role from Marvel vs. Capcom. And now this Vegito Blue has pretty much Captain Commando's like sword. If anybody's played Marvel vs. Capcom knows what I'm talking about. Marvel vs. Capcom is dead. Long live the new Marvel vs. Capcom and Dragon Ball Fighters.
I feel like they just sat around. Arc Systems just sat around and they're like they watched Marvel versus Capcom Infinite implode on itself, and they're like, you know what? We're just going to fill the archetypes up and take the spot now
with characters that people like.
It seems,
which is going to sell.
To be working. Seems to be working.
Yeah, and then the balance patch, which is going to be really interesting. Because there's a couple ways they can go with it. They could either do the whole nerf buff and just make it. I don't want to see nerfs. Like, I don't think that's the way to go. I'm hoping what they do is just buff a bunch of characters that aren't currently being used and give them more viability. Characters like Krillin, Yamcha could kind of use one. But this is the first balance patch we're getting since the game release, so it's going to be interesting to see what gets changed.
No, okay. Weird thought here. They should release 2 balance patches. This is what I want to see. Okay, there's the competitive patch, which is actually trying to make things balanced. And then there's the lore-friendly patch. So Krillin's just a scrub lord, and then Blue Vegito's power level 7 million or whatever the fuck he is.
That's a genius idea.
I want to see the lore-friendly patch.
The lore-friendly patch would be an interesting patch, actually.
Yeah, considering it would nullify probably 75% of the roster.
By Yamcha, by Tien, by Android,
by Krillin.
By Krillin.
Like you just then you like you could choose which mode you want to go into, the competitive balanced mode or just the lore friendly mode.
I think that would come with like character slots. Like if you have like one of the highest characters, you only get to have one character. But if you're picking Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien, you get to have all 3.
Yeah, I was about to say every team has it'd be like you can only pick one out of like one tier at a time. So every team has to have a Krillin.
Yeah.
There's a Krillin anchor on every team.
Dude, that's
there's
actually
your bottom
a great
bitch. Your middling, like, you've got like Goku Super Saiyan, Vegeta Super Saiyan, and then you've got like Beerus and Broly.
We gotta get this. We gotta get this going, dude. Hit up Arc Systems.
And charge $10 for it.
Flipping Death comes to Nintendo Switch in August. Dude, I'm honestly like, they need to stop telling me when these games are coming out and just fucking release them. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on so many Switch games right now. I'm gonna add another one to my list.
Are you still waiting on Hollow Knight?
Still waiting on fucking Dark Souls.
I don't even want to talk about that. I don't know. I mean, everybody got pissed off about the delay. And when I heard, I think you guys said something in the Discord about it. You're like, oh man, Dark Souls has been delayed. I was like, fuck, no, that fucking blows dick. And then I didn't look at the delay time. Then I looked at it like a week later. I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to see when I get to play Dark Souls. It's just a 5-day delay.
Yeah. I just find it funny.
It's not that big of a deal.
But I'm still waiting for it. What else? We're waiting for Smash. Supposedly,
we're pretty much waiting for E3 for all that stuff. Like they've already said that they're kicking everything off with Smash first, which I mean they said 2018, and I'm pretty much believing them. I'm starting to feel if they're gonna lead off of E3 coverage after their presentation with Smash, that's got to be November at the latest.
You think?
I would not be surprised if that's your October game.
I'm saying November at the least.
Like at the earliest?
Yeah. It's gonna be a Christmas game.
I like how on this article you scroll down to the comments and the very top comment by Oh Great Games is, wow, this is awesome. I can't wait to try this on PC. I love spooky, challenging game.
Oh, thanks. Oh Great Games. Thanks for your insight.
I mean, to be fair, he can enjoy it on the PC, and then it'll sell about 200 times better on the Switch. like every other indie developer has said their games have sold better on.
Yeah, the 2 that have released them. They're still waiting on all of them. Still waiting on Dead Cells as well.
Gotta get that Stardew Valley, man. That's a big one.
That is a big
Multiplayer
one.
now.
Yes, it's got multiplayer, which we could talk about next. So Polygon, I don't know. I haven't seen much about it. We were looking up news before the show, and it seems Stardew Valley's multiplayer mode is nice, but nothing new out of Polygon. Basically, it's just Stardew Valley, but you'll sometimes run into people. I played co-op. Co-op, you kind of are teaming up together to tend to your farm. But I don't know if it's like if you are like if you both get your own farm or if you're both trying to survive throughout. You know what I mean?
It says you have to start up a farm completely fresh, so I'm guessing you
You do
start
one
up,
farm.
Yeah, it's just one farm, I imagine.
And I guess
Because
that
if it was 2 separate farms, like I don't see the point.
It says shared land.
Yeah.
So I guess what would be cool is because you kind of play Stardew Valley in like a weird way. You don't like sit down to play it. You know what I mean? That's a game you kind of you got like 25 minutes to kill. You pop it on real quick, do a couple things, turn it off. Pop it on real quick, do a couple things. So if you could do that and then you're like, oh, hey, what's up, dude? You're here fucking mowing the lawn or some shit. You can't really mow the lawn. But you know what I mean? Like you just pop in and you're just like, oh, hey, he's here helping me out now. So it's not, I don't see it as like, all right, dude, let's go home, play some Stardew Valley together tonight.
I mean,
Pick some
I think it's one
roses.
of those things where it depends too, though, because I can totally at the same time see a couple of people like power game that shit like people do with Minecraft or Terraria or something,
Yeah.
where it's just like, all right, we're gonna play this for like the next 3 days, and we're gonna be the most efficient motherfuckers in the world or whatever.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's still better multiplayer than No Man's Sky.
Like but I think for the most people, yeah, it's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Where it's just gonna be like that. But like I do think there will be like a random clique who are like, oh yeah, dude, we're gonna be the best fucking farmers in the world.
Mm-hmm. So it's not multiplayer yet on the Switch. It's on Steam right now in beta. So it's really not technically released. But it probably will be soon. I haven't played Stardew Valley in a minute. I should fucking fire that bitch up. I got some shit to do.
Yeah.
I got some shit to do on my farm, dude.
It's always a good idea to play some Stardew Valley.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Breath of the Wild is now best-selling Zelda game. I don't think anyone is surprised by that. Well, actually, that is kind of surprising, considering
like every single Zelda game has
Yeah.
always been like game of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta remember though, like
especially like the first couple.
Well, I was gonna
You
say,
think
I
of
think it's
numbers.
it's partially because there's also a lot more fucking people playing video games now
True.
than when Ocarina of Time came out,
Yep.
or like the originals.
they didn't sell 17 million N64s in the first year of the N64.
Yeah.
I need to still get. I still need to get a Wii, but I have to get a PS4 Pro first.
Why do you need a Wii?
I mean,
Oh, a Switch?
Switch. Yeah.
I
It's
would-
happening.
I
It's
would-
happening.
Just buy it.
It's the new Wii.
Yeah, no, seriously, buy it for Wii U. It's better.
Doobie, your mic's like having feedback.
No, see, like if you're waiting on that, like I wouldn't be afraid of buying it for Wii U if you still got a Wii U.
That was the garage door.
Oh, sorry. The Switch, there's really, I mean, unless you're really dying to play Zelda and Mario, you can pretty much wait on it. Or
Yeah.
Stardew
I'm
Valley.
not fucking extremely hyped about buying the system. I do want to eventually buy the system though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think it's a good wait still, and when they start hitting up those bundles, that's going to be the time to really hop on them with them bundles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows how hard they'll be able to get though at that time.
When they release, and they're projecting selling another 20 million this year alone. And honestly, if they can drop both Pokemon and Smash this year, that's completely doable.
You know what bundle I want that they're definitely probably not going to make? A Shin Megami Tensei edition.
Dude, when they start doing special edition Switches, like that's gonna be hard for me not to like sell mine and buy a new one.
Hell no.
Dude, I love me some special editions.
Go get your skins at D-Brand Skins.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Please sponsor us. Thanks. Bye.
Wait,
And
Doobie.
they don't destroy your system now.
Wait, didn't you get a special edition God of War thing?
No, I ordered the special edition Spider-Man.
Oh, that's what it was.
That was $150.
This motherfucker here. Hold on, I gotta see what comes in this stupid fucking thing. Spider-Man PS4 special edition.
Fucking Jerry just left.
I love me some Spider-Man, dude.
All right, what comes in this thing? I gotta find out. So you spent 100 and how much? $150, you said?
$150, yep.
Oh! If you're willing to part with more cash, the collector's edition will be available for $150. This will be a limited quantity and offers the same DLC as the aforementioned version. It also comes with a steel book case, a mini art book, and a Spider-Man statue, which has only been partially revealed.
You bought it for the statue, didn't you?
The partially revealed. This is what, dude? Are we getting like? Is this how we deliver nudes nowadays?
It's not partially revealed;
Like-
it's fully
like you-
revealed.
You
No,
also
you just-
get three DLC pieces of DLC.
What
So
they
that- dude.
fucking do?
If you buy this $150 game, I will give you a picture of me half nude, and then once it comes out, I'll give you the full nude of a statue of me.
Yeah, but
I'm
they
not
say
sure I
it's
want
partially
that from you,
revealed.
though.
Oh, I see here. Oh, okay. I thought this was the full statue. So it's
I just
Spidey.
mean like the partially revealed. Like,
Yeah, if
what,
you look
you
at
just take a picture of the statue's hand and are like, you get this.
no,
Yeah,
if you look at the
like,
if you look at the image, it's
Statue,
like
it's just a picture of his foot.
if you look at the image, it's like Spider-Man on top of a box that says revealing summer 2018. Now the art book is cool, but it's not worth $150. Doobie, you got conned into buying a fucking Spider-Man collector's edition fucking bundle for $150.
I'm a sucker for Marvel.
Oh, you got suckered so hard. That's okay, man.
I love Marvel.
I hope you enjoy it.
It's okay. I'd do
I
it
know
for.
you
I
will.
would do it for Blizzard shit. So, but
There
not
you go.
Marvel.
We
And I
all,
will
we all
so
have
do it for Insomniac. Like, or is this Insomniac or Naughty Dog? I can't remember who's doing this. Insomniac, yeah.
we all have our vices, I guess.
What if
Doobie's is statues.
Doobie spent $150 on this collector's edition and it's just the shittiest fucking rushed game ever?
Dude, just
Then I am going to
you gotta
leave
review.
biggest review.
Yeah, no, you gotta review it, but you also have to review like give you gotta make a review that's like, how good is the statue? Like you gotta let us know if it's plastic or real metal. You know what I mean? Like just stuff like that. Just really review it.
The
Yeah,
feeling,
because, I
the
mean-
texture all over Spidey's head. I want to know it all.
Could have bought
Actually-
$15.
But only partially review it.
I was about to say, actually, this week I want you to do a partial review.
Yo, you know what's funny too is like I always see these collectors editions. So I'm like, who the fuck buys a collector's edition Spider-Man box? And it's
Dude, you know
this motherfucker.
You know how many
here.
collector's editions I have for anime games?
Oh my lord! No, I don't know. Don't tell me.
Persona 5, Fire Emblem here, Fire Emblem Echoes, Fire Emblem Fates.
Do you actually collect them, or do you open them and play with them?
I mean, I open them and play with them, but the boxes are still up in my closet, and so are the art books, and the CDs are all in my car because I have a CD player. And yes, I do listen to the CDs when I drive.
You are the ultimate
Yeah,
fanboy, dude.
No, yeah, I think it's.
Dude, I
think
love
it's,
Atlas. They're so good.
I think it's for what like it depends on it is because like yeah, I've bought a collector's edition like WoW sets before. Like I still have the BC collector's edition.
For RPGs, I'll buy collector's editions, especially if they're like any anime games like Persona 5. That was an easy buy.
Hey, listen, if you're ever feeling bad about buying collector's edition Spider-Man, just think that there's someone out there right now who's spending $2,000 on a set of magic stones for their fucking record player. Okay, so we all have our vices.
I was thinking about that $1,000 Assassin's Creed box.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I
With
thought
the
you were going
Yeezys?
for that one.
With the Yeezys.
I mean, somebody bought it,
Uh,
and people also
Those
drop
are- they're-
$1,000 in really crappy gacha games.
Yeah.
Those Assassin's Creed Yeezys.
yeah, but I mean, I might be more interested in a Spider-Man Collector's Edition box for $150 if it contained a actual Spidey suit. Mainly so I can send it to Doobie so he can put it on and wear it in the
And
next
do a
show.
review.
Only partially revealed.
Just
Okay, partially.
But it's actually a kid's small size, so he would be partially covered while he was doing it.
It's just like on his face like this. It's just like
partial
"Whoa."
statue.
that's disturbing.
All right, moving on. While fucking Doobie's fucking garage door opens.
What do you live in a trap house or something? Like, what the fuck? You got drug dealers coming by? What the fuck?
My mom was probably mowing the lawn.
Oh, that's what she says. That's what she calls it. Moving on.
Yeah, dude, you gotta call grass grass.
Upcoming Nintendo president Shuntaro Furukawa.
Furukawa. Yeah.
Furukawa.
Shuntaro Furukawa says we will develop the company to its fullest. So
Yeah,
there's
so-
Switch and Prezzies.
So
They
release
had
date.
their, they had their investors meeting, and the former president, announced he was retiring, which made sense. He was the interim president while Iwata passed away, and they needed a president to step in, and he stepped in and did a really good job actually as an interim president. But the staff and leadership of Nintendo is getting younger, which
Thank
is
God.
really good.
Thank God.
Yeah, and they're really pushing that young talent. Like Splatoon was a result of the young talent. A lot of the changes you're seeing with the Switch and like with the games that they're going for, it's all just a reflection of how the talent's younger and is more open-minded.
Yeah, and I'm all for it, man. I mean, like the stuff with the streaming and YouTube issues that's all old regime stuff. You know what I mean? You gotta keep up with the times, man. You need some younger policies in there, and hopefully he does that. And I mean, Nintendo's been killing it the past year, so I can only assume that they can keep it up. Hopefully this guy keeps it up. Here's some key figures disclosed by Nintendo. Operating profit was 21 billion yen in the last quarter, compared with analysts' average projection for 20.2 billion yen. Nintendo forecasts 20 million Switch shipments for the year, up from 15.1 million in the prior period. Switch software titles totaled 63.5 million in the latest year, exceeding the company's forecast for 53 million. Nintendo expects to sell 100 million in the next coming year. As of the end of March, Switch owners had on average bought 3.9 titles per console, a figure Nintendo estimates will rise to 4.5 in a year. Annual revenue from smartphone games rose 62% to 39.3 billion yen. Income primarily attributed to Pokemon Go fell to 10.3 billion yen from 20.3 billion yen a year ago. So they're pretty, dude. If you got some investments in Nintendo, you're looking pretty good right now.
I mean, it's also a reminder when people said, "Oh, the Wii U failed. This company can't survive another failure." All that money they made from the Wii and all the money they're making right now, they're fine.
Yeah. No. that
Get
makes a
some
lot of
another
money.
one. And then if they fail that,
They
Yeah.
would need to fail at least 2 straight consoles, and so far the Switch is on the right track. So
They just
Like I
gotta.
said,
for a long time.
They gotta
If
keep
this-
pumping them games out, dude. I mean,
Yep.
you can start strong for a couple years, but it's around like year 3, 4, 5 where things start to get a little hairy. Look at the Xbox.
honestly, yeah, like that's kind of my hope is like the Switch keeps doing good, and then we see Switch 2 or whatever, whatever the next console is, and if this does well enough, that's going to force third party.
Yep.
Like
I mean,
that's
they
my
have-
hope at this point.
They have some pretty solid third party that I didn't expect them to have, like Bethesda.
Yeah, but they need more
They need every third party.
Yeah, they
Like,
need
that's-
more than games that you can get
it's a
on.
long road.
They need more than games you can just like, because like if you look at the Xbox library, it has a lot of games, but 99% are trash, and you don't want to play them. You know what I mean? And Nintendo, if you can keep piling on all these indie titles and all these third-party titles, but you got to have the good ones. You got to have all of the good ones on there.
Yeah,
So-
and I mean,
Which is
I'm not
difficult when it's a
opposed to them being
completely different
selective.
console.
You know, we don't need, you know, the Wii was a great example of third party, but it was all shovelware.
Yeah.
See,
You don't want
that's why. But I want them to do good and have third party. I want God of War also on the Switch.
I was saying, like, when you were talking about how like it's a great game but you want to play for long periods of time. Sounds like a great game on the go.
What, God of War?
If you could take God of War on the go with you.
But
Dude.
that's what I mean. Is like that's.
Exactly.
I want to see those kinds of games on the next version of the Switch.
Yeah, like the big
that's
titles. Like if they were able to where it's like a game's getting released, it's not an exclusive, and you just know it's going to be on Switch. That's the ideal thing for the Switch, I think. You know, when you see a game that's on a commercial, right, and they're like coming out for PlayStation, Xbox, PC. I also wanted to see Switch on there. I want it to come out on the same day on the Switch. You know,
And it's not like the fan base isn't vocal. For crying out loud, asking for a Switch version has become a meme.
yeah. I mean, for sure. We're still pretty early though, so we'll see what they're planning.
But
Spielberg.
yeah, I think that should be the goal for the second one. We're past that point where it's not going to happen for the Switch. But how good the Switch is doing, I want it to keep doing good for Gen 2.
You essentially want the Switch to kind of be like the DS to what could be the next 3DS of the Switch series.
Exactly. Like
Which is
I want it.
understandable. The DS sold really well. The 3DS sold really well.
What
Yeah.
Jerry's saying is he can't wait for the new 3D Switch to
The new Switch XL,
XL.
Switch to XL.
Switch to XL. Steven
I
Spielberg
want to play
says
World of Warcraft on a Switch.
you want to play World of Warcraft on everything. Spielberg says he played Mario VR on a PlayStation.
All right, bruh. So I don't know why this article's a thing. This is just old people saying shit.
I know.
That's
This
why
is
I
old
put it in
shit.
there. Because it's
There are
old
people, I don't understand. Are people offended or are they like speculating if Mario's coming to PlayStation? No,
No, it's old people.
play Mario on PlayStation VR.
Okay, no, this
He doesn't
It's
know
like,
what
it's
he's
like when
talking
your
about.
grandma sees you playing
Yeah.
PlayStation. She's like, "Oh, you got yourselves a Nintendo."
Yeah.
no, dude, it is because
Great.
okay,
I love it.
I will say this got me to look up how old is Steven Spielberg. Yeah, he was born the year after World War II ended.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's old as shit.
Yeah, like I said, this is literally just old people saying stuff. Like, why is it?
It's just old people being endearing.
Yeah, this is just old people being old people. Like, fucking, like, nobody should have printed that article. I mean, and if they did print the article, everybody should have been like, "Oh, you're precious, Steven Spielberg."
That's
and
what
like,
I thought. I'm like, "Oh, Steven,
and
look at you,
wanted to
Steven."
go play
Spielberg."
like,
Well,
What if he did though? What if he did play
No, no.
Mario?
I was gonna say, I guess I can see how, in some ways, though, they could see him thinking he knows something we don't.
Yeah.
He just made Ready Player
He-
One.
Didn't he? I was
He
gonna
has
say,
to
didn't
know
he
at least
executive
something about
produce?
fucking video games.
Didn't he produce or direct Ready Player One?
Yeah,
direct.
no, he made Ready Player
Yeah.
One,
Yeah,
so he's got to
just-
at least know a little bit about what the fuck he was doing. You
Yeah,
know?
Either that
like,
or
what
he
if
just
he
hired
actu-
a bunch of young people and he's like, put the video games in there. And they're just like,
You writers, you're the ones who know all this stuff. You know, I want Mario, and I want
I want Ryu from Street Fighter 4.
So
I don't know.
But
if
it's one of those, like, he's got to at least know at least a bit, because they did have a lot of characters, and even in that sense, he's not just going to be there like on like trying to get people on screen where like, I want that guy fighting that guy when there's a scene of like 70 video game characters on screen. He's got to at least be able to like say like, hey, that's that person.
his
That's
full
bad.
quote is,
I
"I
just
played
imagine.
Mario and so on the PlayStation. The first time I tried it, I didn't want to take the goggles off." So I mean, maybe there's something going
Read
on that we don't
I
know.
want you to read that quote, and as soon as you say, the first time I tried it, I didn't want to take the goggles off, I want you to scroll all the way back up the top and look at his face. Yeah, no, like this is old people. This is old people, and man, this is.
But you got to know he knows Mario at least. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he knows Mario, but
Yeah,
Spielberg
he knows Mario, but every platformer is Mario. To him, Sly Cooper is Mario.
Yeah,
Ratchet and Clank is Mario.
He could have been
God of
playing.
War is
You don't
Mario.
know what Spielberg knows.
Spielberg could have been playing Knack VR.
Oh my god, that's what it
This
is.
is a really good Mario game.
This Mario game is fantastic.
Playing this on the Nintendo Virtual Reality.
The Nintendo Virtual Boy.
All right, last story. We already talked about the cease and desist, right? Did we talk about that?
We mentioned it in passing.
Yeah, the whole.
This is
whole
Microsoft.
Long story short, yeah, like, okay, El Dorito, the guys who were making that Halo World mod, got a cease and desist.
The fact of the matter, the cease and desist.
No one's surprised, but apparently a lot of people are, I guess. So
The cease and desist comes from the fact that they're not using their own engine. They're using an engine that was actually made by 343 for a test project that never released outside of Russia.
Yeah, Halo.
That's where this whole thing comes from.
it's kind of like sort of not stolen, but stolen code that's still owned by them.
Because there's still and it's really not 343 who gives a shit. It's Microsoft who gives a shit. Because like there's Installation 01, but they're running their own engine, and there has been no word of a cease and desist for them because 343 is actually backing them. But that's because they're not using any assets that they either stole or took from 343. They built their own from the ground up.
Right.
There's a difference when it comes to the whatever policies they have, because 343 is very encouraging of the fan base to do fan-made mods, to do fan stuff, to make machinima. It's just there are certain things that Microsoft,
It's probably a legal thing.
What happening?
It's a legal thing.
It is. Yeah, it's one of those company with copyrighted material defends copyright. Crowd goes wild. Woo.
Yeah.
And especially if they ever do really want to put the Master Chief Collection or Halo 6 on PC, this is now a very direct competition to that.
All right, last story. PUBG Corp confirms the arrest of 15 hackers in China. What? We'll continue to crack down until our players are free to battle it out in a totally fair environment, which is never going to happen. PUBG has a cheating problem. To combat the problem, it seems that the developer PUBG Corp is resorting to drastic measures, including working with local law enforcement to make arrests in China. Rumors of arrests trickled out of China earlier this year when police reportedly picked up some 130 individuals on 30 different open cases. Unfortunately, those numbers were never confirmed. Now that game developers and publisher PUBG Corp has formally announced 15 arrests made by Chinese authorities. Charges include developing and selling hacking cheating programs that affect PUBG. Fines are said to be in excess of 5.1 million. The long-standing rumor that hacking cheating programs extract information from users' PC has been confirmed to be true, PUBG Corp said in the announcement. Using illegal programs not only disrupts others, but can end up with you handing over your personal information. We'll crack down until players are free to battle out in a totally fair environment. So it's a little bit more than just someone using an aimbot. This is like malicious software.
What do they call them? Plugins. It's plugins, bro.
Yeah,
plugins over there.
Plugins. Am I just out of the loop, or did they did the developer change their name to PUBG Corp?
It is PUBG Corp now under Bluehole.
Yeah, in China.
So I mean,
under 10 cents.
Yeah, it's like, choose your really shittily named corporation and insert it here.
PUBG Corp.
But no, I'm all for stopping cheaters, but I'm sorry, this was just the dumbest fucking way of actually going around it. Personally,
I mean, they're just gonna have to keep doing it.
You cheated in a game, and you're going to prison now in China, and hell yeah, dude, we just wasted a bunch of money to clean up one PUBG game out of the 25,000 that are going on right now.
Yeah.
Great job.
I don't know,
or you could fix your anti-cheat.
I don't know how exactly they're able to extract information from users.
You can in China when your DNS routing's pretty much, they know what you're doing.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's a lot easier with that. Yeah, because the whole country's kind of on internet lockdown.
They're all like on one LAN.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. But like, dude, I don't know, dude. Like plugins is a huge deal over there. Because obviously we see it because we deal with a lot of cheaters and things like PUBG and stuff like that. But I mean, like, it's a big enough thing that like Dell got in trouble, I want to say like a month ago, because their division in China was trying to sell new computers with Core i7s, like the 8th gen Core i7s, and literally their PR was like, you can run more plugins. Like, you could just run more cheats because you got more threads. You should buy this.
Interesting. They actually marketed that? What an idiot.
Like, they straight up actually marketed that. Like, hey, dude, like, wink, wink. You can use this to use more cheats.
Yeah. It's not worth it, man. Not if you're in China. You get fucking jail for using those things. All right. That's it. That's the end of the gaming portion of No Life Digital. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for the tech portion of the show. And then we'll catch you next week. Same time, same place. Bye-bye.